Hello everybody, Walla here. Today's video is about crossplay. I'm going to be talking about crossplay, and I'm going to talk about a few good things and a few bad things. Some of you may already know, but Bungie actually said that crossplay was confirmed for 2021. We don't know the specifics. At least I don't know the specifics, and I don't think they put the specifics on the TWAB. But yeah, it should be an interesting topic today. Before we get started, of course, I must beg you guys to please like the video, and I would appreciate it. Thank you. Crossplay was confirmed a few weeks ago, I want to say, and I was actually very, very excited when I heard about it. It was a breath of fresh air, kind of, just to know that Bungie was thinking about it, because there are a lot of games nowadays that do have crossplay. For example, like Call of Duty Modern Warfare and Apex Legends. Some of you may know, but regardless of that, it was a really good feeling seeing that it was confirmed, because it feels like Bungie's kind of finally making slight adjustments here and there to make the game feel complete, if that makes any sense, because it does feel like we are pretty far behind when it comes to a lot of things in Destiny. But nonetheless, I still love the game. Obviously, this is my main game, but yeah, crossplay did get confirmed. And there was a lot of people that had mixed opinions. And obviously, me personally, I was just really excited. I was really happy. But I see a lot of people worried, obviously, due to the fact the main reason, of course, is due to all the cheating on PC, right? Because if you were not aware, crossplay is both for console and for PC. So we're going to be able to play with each other. Like PS5 is going to be able to play with PC players, PS5 players. We're going to be able to play with Xbox Series X players, and so on and so forth. I do not think that the super old gen, I don't know, but I don't think PS4 and PC would be able to play with each other. I'm pretty sure it would just be PS5, PC, and then Series X, right? That would make sense at least. And a lot of you might be thinking well, PC and console, what? That's so unfair, right? But the new next gen consoles now are able to play at 105 FOV, 120 FPS as well, right? And that is pretty obviously PC can go higher than 120 FPS, but 120 FPS is more than capable of competing with anything above, right? 120 FPS compared to 160 FPS, yeah, 160 is better, but the difference isn't extraordinary, right? It's not like you're at a severe disadvantage. So it is really, really cool to see crossplay being an option now in Destiny. Just because a few months back we had 30 FPS and the worst FOV ever on console, right? No hate to the console players, but I'm just telling the truth right now. It was pretty bad on console, but seeing next gen running at such high FPS and the FOV being so fucking good now, it really does make me happy. It makes me excited for the console players too, because you guys finally get to experience Destiny as it should be, in my opinion. So it's really, really cool. Anyways, I'm getting sidetracked. So again, some of you may think it's an unfair advantage to be playing against PC players, and to that I say you are right to a certain extent, but there are people on PC that have come and played on a controller and have done very, very good, right? Have proven that it's possible to play really, really good and compete. But you guys got to remember, you're also not anyone who watches PC streamers. You're not going to be matching people on PC not everyone on PC is really, really good, right? You have this idea of really good PC players in your head because you tend to watch a lot of streamers or maybe YouTubers that are really, really good on PC, right? And you're like, I don't want to match against that guy, hell no, fuck that. But in reality, it's the experience you're going to have is going to be pretty similar to console. Yeah, you're going to have people on PC that are going to be turning really fast and stuff, but it's not, trust me when I say this, people on controller on PC have no problem at all playing. If that's your main concern, I promise you that you're going to be able to compete no problem. The biggest issue is the cheating. A lot of people don't want crossplay to come because of the cheating on PC. If you guys aren't aware, if you play on console, you just don't, if you don't pay attention to PC, we have a really, really bad cheating problem because there's no anti-cheat. And Bungie, listen, they just haven't been showing any support in this area or anything at all to just prove that they're working on it. They say, yeah, we're working on an anti-cheat, this and that, whatever. But I haven't seen anything. I don't see any effort, and it sucks. Yeah, I know these things are probably hard to make, but dude, it's been over a year, man. We've been playing against cheaters for so long. It's really, really bad. And the last thing I want for console is to ruin it for them, right? Like I don't want console players to be playing against cheaters. That's the worst thing ever. Because not only is like PC is already ruined pretty damn hard with the cheating, so the last thing we'd want right now is another platform to be screwed over for the cheating, right? But of course, there's a solution. There's a solution to everything. So the solution would be to make crossplay an option. Make it optional, right? Don't force it upon the players. The reason why I say this is because the reason why we even have to talk about this is because there is actually a game. So according to a lot of people, Call of Duty Modern Warfare actually forces crossplay upon you, so you can't turn it off, right? And my biggest fear is that by the time crossplay comes, I feel like Bungie may or may not have figured out a full solution to the cheating. To be fair, the cheating on PC has gone slightly better, but this weekend for Trials, I've matched cheaters already, right? Like, it's not like they're gone or anything. They're still here. So it's really, really bad. Again, opt in and opt out. Have it to where they can turn it off and turn it on. It's a simple solution, right? In your head, you're like, oh, okay, Bungie will do that, right? But like, will they actually though? Like, think about, like, gotta think about it, right? Because Bungie has made some mistakes in the past, and I'm really scared for the console players that maybe they won't make it optional, and everyone's gonna get screwed over, and it's gonna be really, really bad, especially for Trials and stuff. And there might be some people that don't want it to be like optional, right? There are gonna be people that want it to be forced, and you might be wondering, like, why would people want it to be forced, right? Like, that doesn't even make sense. Like, if console players don't want to play against PC players, why should you force it upon them? And I agree with you 100%. But also, the reason why these people are thinking like this, like why would you want it to be forced upon, is because like the simple reason is to have the player base all into into one huge like category, right? And the reason why people wouldn't want it to be optional is because it's going to split the player base a decent amount, right? Like, if let's say there are like half of the people on PS5 have it turned on and half of the people on PS5 have it turned off, right? That right there, only half of the people on PS5 are going to be able to match against each other, right? The people that have it turned on aren't going to be able to match the other half that have it turned off, right? And whatever, either way, for every console, whatever, even if it's like for the Series X or whatever, those people are only going to be able to match the people that have it turned off, or if they have it on, they're only going to be able to match the people that have it turned on. And as awesome as crossplay sounds and being able to play with people on console, on PC, whatever, the main reason to be bringing it is to save the player base, right? And I don't think the Destiny player base is dying by any means or anything, right? Like, the player base is pretty okay. It's not too bad, but it would be really, really good if if we had a huge chunk for a player base instead of having it all split into three different systems, right? Well, now more because PS5 and Xbox Series X came out, right? Whatever it may be. And having them all into one chunk instead of split in between different categories would be awesome, because we'd have like finding matches and stuff. I don't think it takes long to be finding matches nowadays, but it would be a lot easier when the game is on another, like, a content drought or whatever you want to call it, right? It would help tremendously. That's like the one thing people don't seem to realize is the player base does suffer a decent amount after a while, right? Because let's be honest, this game, there's not much to do in this game after the DLC comes out, right? Maybe like a month or two after the DLC's here, there's nothing much to do. So the player base is gonna suffer tremendously. I don't think there's a right or wrong answer, to be completely honest with you guys. I just, like, Bungie could do either or. There would be upsides, and there would be definitely like some downsides to either one they pick, right? Whether they make it optional or whether they force it upon everyone to play with every single platform, right? Either way, regardless of what route they choose, I'm still really excited for crossplay, just due to the fact that, like, we're gonna be able to do so many different things, right, with console people now. For example, like, you guys know I play in tourneys and stuff, and I know Destiny's not competitive, haha, Destiny, comp, whatever. Either way, I do tourneys in Destiny for fun, I enjoy it, and now we could do, like, a whole new, like, every single platform tourney, And obviously, like, it would probably, like, obviously people on PS4 probably wouldn't play because, PS4 players against PC players wouldn't be fair, assuming Bungie does, like, full-on crossplay, but I'm saying, like, the next gen console players with PC players with, like, it would just be such a big and awesome tourney. It'd be really fun to watch. Like, it would just be really, really freaking awesome, man. So that's definitely something I'm excited for in the near future. In conclusion, I think overall crossplay is 100% a lot better than it is worse. 100%. There obviously some downsides, but the upsides outweigh it completely. So, anyways, if you have your own opinions, let me know in the comments down below. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you so much, guys, for all the support recently. Goodbye.